Hello, everyone. Welcome to something a little bit exciting here. We are going to be casting Anglerfish versus Black Swan. I am joined by DeltaMarket. How are you?
I'm doing great.
So what is so exciting about this matchup is that we actually already kind of know the outcome, which of course we're not going to be spoiling. And I'm very happy to report that I didn't actually watch this game because this game wasn't live casted. This is actually retroactively being covered because what I will spoil is that it's an exciting one. So we decided, hey, let's look over this. Let's cast it so that we have something to look over, which I think is very exciting.
Yeah, I do agree with that. We love casting these games because sometimes people kind of write them off thinking that if they're not a team who you expect to win Invite, it's not worth watching. But in reality, there's a lot of really, really good games that get played every season and never make it to YouTube. And that's kind of happened since the start of this game. And so we're just trying to shine a light on some of those starting now.
Yep. This is actually a game that I did do predictions for elsewhere, and I didn't know it was going to be on Koth, but I did predict like a 5-0 stomp. So, yeah, very excited to look forward, or very excited and looking forward to this. Why don't we introduce the teams real quick? Because for sure we have underdogs in Anglerfish. They are currently probably placed last if I had to guess. And yeah. In my opinion, a bit of a cut below the rest of the competition this season since Mafia as a team has died, which was more of their caliber of team, unfortunately. But nonetheless, we'll introduce the roster here. On the scout roles, we have the Great Mage and Vio, who many of you may remember from Rome, now on Anglerfish as well. We have Golden and Tristan on soldiers. We have Mig on Demo, who of course was on Rome prior as well. And then we have Ali on Medic.
Yeah, on Black Swan, we've got Exile returning 2 6s on the combo scout role, Darty on flank scout, Quacks on pocket soldier, Tripwire, the number 1 roamer on the roamer class, of course. Demo is Ether, and Foxy is on Medic.
Yep, and we are on Bagel, so it's going to be some Koth action. Going to be very fast, very action-packed, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, no point doing predictions because I think I know the scoreline. Again, I didn't see this match, so I'm going to be as in the dark as many of you, but very excited. Is there anything else for us to talk about here, or are we good to just get started?
No, I think we're good to go. I have no idea. I just saw the logs, but didn't even look at them.
Yeah, I only saw the scoreline, didn't even look at the logs. Anyway, enough of that. Let's just hop right into things here. So, who do you have your eyes on first rollout here?
I'm going to be looking at Ether.
Interesting. Looks like both demos showing up pretty much the same time. And yeah, both teams just establishing positioning. Obviously not a ton happens before the... Actually, as I say that, just insta right house shove. Usually teams wait for the point to actually get capped to try and take that space. However, there's value in being unpredictable. And as we see now, actually a counter shove from Trip and Darty. And does buy a lot of space, actually, almost converting the cap outright for Black Swan. Counter aggression in the right house from Vio and Golden, but both get taken care of. We do see kind of a salvage sack there from Tristan. Mage is going to be caught. Ali and Mig will get out, but very, very confident mid-fight for Black Swan.
Yeah, Darty getting 2 there is crazy. I think he found those 2 kills in the house. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I mean... Nothing much to say besides it's time for this re-aggression from Anglerfish coming out of top left. They are taking so much damage from Ether, who finds...
Dies to sticks as well.
And I think Mig's going down too, so Anglerfish just... You know, they picked the doorway. Yeah, they picked the demo doorway, and that's what happens.
Unfortunate, and it was even Ubers this entire time as well, so you don't like to... Oh, that's actually a nice force from Golden. That helps a lot. However, if you are Anglerfish here, you're still thinking, well, you know, the entire blue team has good positioning, as we see they're actually just posted up on concrete. So they're going to want to be making things happen. Trip actually getting behind, spotted behind. All these players are more than happy to get this force. as Quax does bomb in, and the double soldier sack will force Alley. It is enough to convert the point. It's probably enough to set up a bit of a forward hold, but with ad for Foxy, oh, and actually the forward is not really established. Oh, never mind. Black Swan really respecting it.
Yeah,
actually have, a player behind, which I didn't even see. Somehow Darty slipped behind and is now in the other team's lobby. And this is really dangerous because a scout behind is fine on evens. It's still not good, especially if you don't know. But a scout behind on disad that you don't know about, I expect Darty to get a lot of value here.
Yeah, the Uber comes out early, and it does find Mig, and with this, I think Foxy's probably going to get caught, even without that person behind, either hitting that really, really nice pike there. Great Mage taking a 1v1 versus Darty, gets that kill, almost finds one onto Quax, but that's going to be the end. Foxy even finding one, so that's going to be the medic fragging out for this pretty dominant round. The time situation's surprisingly close, but it's going to be... There's really an opportunity here for Black Swan to just put the stranglehold on. If they get a couple minutes off here, it's going to be over. But look at this. Out of bottom left is Anglerfish running straight through that forward hold. Didn't do anything.
Wow.
Nothing down there. Very surprising. These players have come up. It's a point fight now. Scouts across points. I think that's Vio doing such a good job on the cap time. And with that, it's going to be the two scouts in demo for both teams fighting it out on the point. And it looks like Vio's kind of coming out ahead in the cap time. We have Great Mage coming in at the last second, finally getting it down for the red side.
And Uber gets popped though, and it is slight ad here, so it's just a matter of how many picks they get. At the very least 3, including Mig. Alley is caught as well to exile here, unfortunately, and that's a late med death as well. So it's actually going to be playable ad for Foxy as a result. And we'll have to see. I mean, if you're Anglerfish here, minute deficit, you'd really, really like to bust the forward hold as easily as you did last time. Only this time not be caught to the Uber. And that may have only been like build ad. I'm not sure how big it was. But the forward can be really brutal on this map traditionally. That being said, Anglerfish get through pretty much scot-free. Tristan eating a lot of damage, but able to get healed up in the meantime. And yeah, we'll see what Anglerfish's plan is here. Alley baiting a little bit, actually now positioning more towards the point. However, Foxy's about to get Uber, and I wouldn't be surprised if, just like that, Black Swan taking the Uber. Very well-timed leave there from Anglerfish. They kind of preempted that almost perfectly. Doesn't look like Vio is going to be dying behind. Golden actually bombing it as well. There's a full-on fight here from Anglerfish. 80% on Alley. Oh man, this damage. So scary. If none of them live here, they have an Uber to use.
Yeah, Exile finally getting off the point, and it's going to be this Uber. I'm expecting it any second now. Maybe they just want to kind of wait for them to get on the
picturesque
point.
Trade from Golden and Quax.
Yeah, but Anglerfish, they're really, really patient here. It's going to bite them.
No.
Great Mage down. I mean, yeah, there's no scout to run the Uber forward. You see Mig jumping forward, and he actually finds the demo. So apparently, who needs a scout in the Uber? You can just find 3 anyways. Darty, though, in left house, finds a frag. And with that, the point, they can't cap the point until their player spawns. They don't want to get these really bad spawns. And so with that, blue side going to be overtime for Black Swan. It's going to be up to Anglerfish here to do something crazy, and it looks like they're going to be trying to put some sticks up. They're going to try to forward hold. Maybe the curse will be broken and the forward hold will actually work this time, because that's what...
With overtime, I'm not optimistic, because you can just take any and all Ubers and get any and all kills, and you just instantly win the round. They actually get a kill without popping the Uber. Exile's like full crossing the point. They're actually dying to a house shove from Vio, but again, blue team has an Uber and red team doesn't, meaning this round that we're seeing play out, it's basically over. Anglerfish would need some incredible theatrics here to hold on here. Tristan going to go down, unable to get to point in time. And that's the benefit of overtime, is that Vio in any other situation can at least stand on the point. It wouldn't have mattered, but overtime, nope. No leeway whatsoever.
Yeah, with that round felt honestly further apart than the time ended up. Only 1 minute difference though. This mid, I'm probably going to be looking at I'm going to give it to Tripwire. I'm expecting a soldier bomb. We don't usually see that on Bagel, but, you know, I'm feeling it today. We're going to be going into the right house here. We see another soldier, and we're just trading spam here. Nothing too crazy happening. On the point side, though, we've got Mig running across, putting stickies down, almost killing Exile, though, with a sticky sink, but it's actually going to be trades going down and down, but it's going to be Black Swan coming out ahead with 3 kills. I think Anglerfish just has to run now.
Yeah, they're going to have to give up that point and give up a forward hold as well. So fortunately for Anglerfish, they've been able to break through them at least relatively easy so far. But, I mean, if you're Black Swan, obviously you're talking about that and adjusting. So we do see Tripwire actually just preemptively rotated to the left side. Is Anglerfish going to read this? Because they are pressuring the left side at the moment. Actually, they send both soldiers. Both die, don't get any kills. Exile dying won't be enough. And Anglerfish going to have to back up yet again. Forward hold is looking kind of nasty right now. The time deficit isn't too bad, all things considered, but it's only going to be getting worse. But it looks like they're getting through maybe cleanly here.
Yeah, Tristan managed to get in. I'm kind of surprised by that, but he does get taken down by Tripwire.
Oh, and they just lose 4 again.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah, I mean, Foxy got an arrow kill too. They did get Ether, so, you know, there's a chance. There's a chance they can do something now. But I mean, you can't just let the other team take this much off the clock every time they win mid.
Yeah.
Like, that has to get cleaned up. Tristan does come in through the right side. They see scouts shooting rockets.
Tripwire. Trip.
Yeah,
does get the force. Does go down, but Tristan dying in the meantime without getting a force. Better Uber gets popped here from Foxy. Exile gonna be chasing, getting juggled. Very nice juggle there from Mig. Honestly saves the combo, as we do have Darty in behind as well. On the medic, doesn't get it done. And really nice fight. Trying to clean up Foxy there. Off a timing, wasn't able to do so. Very weak health from Foxy. And down a soldier going to be a little harder to forward hold, and also you don't really want to cap that much. So we're looking at like a 3-minute just constant burn from Black Swan with that forward hold. Fantastic stuff. But Anglerfish, 1.5-minute deficit is going to be tough. Especially tough since they're giving up this forward hold so readily. That being said, they get the pick. It gets traded out. Never mind. They should be able to get through. They should be able to take a relatively even fight here. Speaking of evens as well, Ubers are basically dead even.
Yeah, Tristan almost got in behind there, but it wasn't enough. And actually now the stickies are keeping this medic Foxy from getting on to combo, but it doesn't matter because Great Mage just finds Exile during that, although I suppose it's a trade, and Vio goes down too. This was looking...
Trip here.
Oh, yeah, just on
actually,
the med.
Wait, it's on the med alone. I didn't realize. I'm like, oh, Trip's fighting someone, like they're spotted, it's going to be dealt with. Oh no, that person is the medic. So pretty easy force there from Trip.
Oh, soldier behind.
And as I say that, Quacks, yeah, just cleaning up when the Uber fades. At this point, I think that Black Swan have a very streamlined and achievable way to win this round, considering there's only 40 seconds left and they have an Uber. I don't know if that's enough time for Anglerfish to build an entire Uber. So as long as they can get really any value with this, it's going to be very difficult for Anglerfish to do anything, especially since they're kind of just bleeding players, like, all over. A lot of the time it's been a soldier, a lot of the time it's been a scout, but they can't really... Oh, and the Uber actually gets popped here with relatively little value.
Yeah, it looks like Golden's behind on the medic, misses an air shot, but hits a splash, gets that crater kill onto Foxy. That's
the full wipe. So just like that. And 12 seconds left is a pretty comfortable cushion. As far as anything's concerned, it's not overtime, which is all you really care about here if you're Anglerfish. And notably as well, they are getting Uber. Now that being said, they still have 1:40 to burn, which is more than enough time for Foxy to build a full Uber. So the round is definitely not in Anglerfish's favor by any stretch, but they're in a commanding position at the moment. So we do see Quacks bombing in through his house, actually lands on Tristan, and neither soldier are interested in taking that fight. Vio is through right house, going behind right now as Golden shoves. Uber gets popped. and just like that, they get Foxy. Fantastic aggression there from Anglerfish. However, there's 3 players alive. Both scouts just trying to kill Ali here in the post. So weak and able to just barely survive. Ether almost had something to say about it, but Ali with a fantastic live there and preserving the ad as well. So now kind of shoe on the other foot. 50 seconds left. Buildable for Foxy, but I don't expect Black Swan to 4-man in this position, all things considered. Yeah, we'll see if Ali's ad comes into play.
Yeah, they're just coming in through the bottom left. They're eating so much damage, but somehow it seems like Golden's going to be the first one to go down. But no, he just gets arrowed. So much red health on both sides. With this, it's a 1v1 in the right house, but it's going to be Darty getting away with that one cleanly. Uber, very small ad, but this might come into play for Ali.
Soldiers committed on the demo, gets the kill.
This Uber, though, they
might have now. 90. Oh, Foxy's going to get, so it's going to even out, actually. Much better building here from Foxy, actually. Exchange gets popped. Relatively even flashes, relatively even post, all things considered. Point is capped by Anglerfish, which is, I don't know if that's good or bad for them. Is they are getting the later spawns, so if they wipe, it might just be over. However, Golden bombing in. A lot of damage on Ether, but, and as I say that Anglerfish wipe is kind of coming in. Tristan bombing in, very weak, maybe gonna get cleaned up here? No, able to duck out into a pack. Point gets capped, denies 2 players, both soldiers, and there's enough players on Anglerfish to actually get cap time here at the very least. Have those spawners show up, play the fight with number advantage. Are they doing just that? Uber's not going to come into play here. Bomb in from Golden, landing on height on top of Foxy, and actually just no cap time from Black Swan. The pressure in the space was just too much from Anglerfish.
Yeah, Anglerfish showing, I guess no one cares about mids anymore. You can just lose mid, lose a minute on the clock, lose 30 seconds more, and...
Yeah, they were down a lot of time around, but... and it never even looked comfortable for them. Like, Black Swan, with that 3-minute forward hold, they looked comfortable the whole time. Anglerfish, not so much. They were kind of hanging on by a thread the whole time, but nonetheless, really nice time comeback that round.
Yeah, both teams playing similar. Roamer spamming in the left house, Tripwire and Rico's, Golden actually, that is. With this, Demo spamming across point. Neither one really has the upper hand here, but it looks like Vio's getting such good point time somehow, just so quick to get on the point. And Golden trades with Quacks in one of these houses. There's more fighting in the right house. I see that scout. I think Vio dive out of there, but... Oh, soldier behind, got the force onto Foxy. I'm not sure how that happened, but that's huge.
I think Tristan is the left house soldier as well. And, Vio actually dying to trip. Will be a trade, and actually Black Swan getting the point. Typically, as a left house soldier, like you're in some sense a babysitter. You obviously don't want to give it up, but you are definitely primed for some aggressive opportunities if you do choose to shove it, as we saw right there with Tristan getting behind, getting that force. It is ad for Anglerfish, but yet again, kind of a mirror image of a previous ad they had where they lose a scout without even being able to take it. This time around, Foxy not really caught, so they aren't as interested in taking this Uber. Vio dying to sticks on point. Ether's like super not committed. I don't know how that happened. May have just been a trap that didn't get spotted. Anglerfish able to convert, but they took a long time. Foxy almost has Uber, so we might see a refight here from Black Swan pretty imminently. And with the pick on Tristan, it might be hard for Anglerfish to hold off.
Yeah, we do see both teams with the Uber. I'm kind of expecting, that both teams have used on the points. Looks like the trades are going for both sides. Tripwire goes down for the other roamer. And look at that. Great Mage still finds Exile somehow just a little bit further forward, even though I think the Uber was supposed to be longer. But these scouts in house are killing everyone. These scouts from Anglerfish, they don't care about Uber. They don't care about anything. They'll kill the other combo scout like it's nothing and then kill the medic.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. What was looking like a relatively even exchange just turned so nice for Anglerfish. And now 30 ad is nothing to scoff at on Koth. And Ali already approaching 60%. This Uber is within sight. Now, last time around, Anglerfish built much worse than Black Swan, and a similar ad margin actually evened out. We'll see if that happens again. Allie eating a ton of spam. Tristan getting shoved. The shove gets dealt with, though. Darty dying for it, actually. And that's pretty comfy if you're Anglerfish, because now you not only have ad, but you have the pick. So their team might just be forced to back up. Actually, they are quite aggressive in their own house. Quack's trying to go behind, make something happen. Trip actually dying during a shove. Vio denying that. Ubers have evened out now. Some cap time, exchange gets popped.
Yeah, and the scout's diving for Mig, but actually it's going to be Ether who just goes down to Golden. I think Golden just keeps finding these open doors when the flank's down. And with that, no demo, how are you going to fight? Well, you have 2-player ads, so probably you're going to bomb across point, jump into the right house is what the side of Black Swan's doing. And they sent their soldier into the left side, and Darty running through gets the medic. That's what you do. Apparently, when the other team has player ad, you just run a sack play and it pays off.
To be honest, I think Quack's just kind of solo fed. It looked like it was kind of fortunate that Darty was able to follow up with that chip shot from point to clean up alley, because a better surf or a different kite, I don't think that converts into anything. But it did convert into 70 ad plus plenty of picks. So we are looking at a forward hold from Black Swan, and interestingly, we have the sniper to break the forward hold. This is a strat you see on occasion. Hasn't really developed, or not developed, but flourished, I should say. When the stakes really matter, we don't see teams go for it too often, but the principle makes sense. You get a deep peek through right side, and in some cases you can even peek into the point. As I'm yapping right now, we see Anglerfish actually losing 3, trying to break the forward. The iron wall here from Black Swan.
Yeah, I mean, top right, just bleeding players. It's like that death right there. It might not seem like that big of a deal, but that's 10 seconds, and now they're pushing 5v6. They're pushing 5v6.
Wax is
they're gonna work
as well.
Yeah,
so,
and they got forced.
Oh man, what I really don't like that Anglerfish is doing right now is we do see much better exchange get popped here from Black Swan. They're going to clean up some extra picks. What I really don't like is that they're doing their rotations through left lobby, which means it gets spotted, or if they're going right, they telegraph it by going far right rather than going through secret, where it's kind of harder to spot and tell where you're going. So you can be very fast and overload a position quite quickly, or just deny really easy rotates. So man, Ether kind of just holding forward here, trying to deny this door. Does get landed on and killed by Golden, but Anglerfish kind of down players. A little difficult to fight. Oh, and Quack's behind. So Allie should just be dead here. Just a matter of, is there a salvage? Vio trying to make something happen. Foxy's quite safely bunkered in house, however, so I don't see this going any other way than being a Black Swan round. That was a nice rocket from Tristan, though.
Yeah, we got the great mage on point. Maybe going to pull out the 5v1, but nope, not today. Yeah, a full minute off the clock. Just seems like these... One big difference, definitely not the only difference, but Black Swan's forward holds are just leagues above. I don't think we've seen an Anglerfish forward hold. Maybe on the one round they won, actually, they had a good forward hold, but...
Yeah, I think it's 3 things for Anglerfish. One of them, the first one, which is just randomly losing a player here and there when it really hurts, has been happening a little less. But their Ubers have overall been worse, especially their ads. They don't get nearly as much out of their ad Ubers as Black Swan, but the forward holds is a big thing. They're worse at getting through forward holds, and they're worse at forward holding, which definitely moves the clock against your favor, as Golden does go down, trying to shove house. And that's a pick. I mean, hard to imagine this isn't a midpoint cap for Black Swan, as they're actually all over the point. Sack from Vio actually gets the force, so if Allie can get out, then this is okay. Actually, they're immediately recommitting here. Kind of like this, don't let them forward hold. They get a pick for it. Make very weak, however, needs to get arrowed, so Anglerfish will slow down here, but I really like that aggression. Oh, nice. Was that a pipe? It must have been from Mig. Yeah. But nonetheless, Trip does get the force, which is all you can really ask for there. And we're probably going to see a flip-flop here, as Foxy now has ad.
Yeah, they do have ad, but it's like 15 ads, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. They might think it's bigger ad than it actually is, which is something to keep in mind. We see Exile on point, trying to cap it off, but it's just going to be a fight on point right now, and that ad is kind of extending in size. And with this, kind of seems like Anglerfish is really not wanting to give this point up, and they're losing a lot of health in the process, and I'm really worried considering the Uber situation with that. But it looks like Foxy or Ali has started to back up, and it looks like a sack was sent for Anglerfish, but it just didn't really work.
Yeah.
Oh, are they gonna get popped
Ali
on?
now getting Uber and actually just popping outright. Ether gets dropped. Much longer Uber for Black Swan, but down a demo and a soldier. You don't really want to be too aggro in the post. Trip actually getting very aggro in the post and almost dying, but still able to get arrowed. And the re-aggression from Anglerfish, I'm a big fan. Golden behind right now in main. That's a huge problem. Foxy, however, not kiting that way, and honestly getting caught as a result. Oh, but as I say that, Ali does die to the Tripwire and Quack's double bomb. So decent salvage there from Black Swan, but Anglerfish, you have the point. Pretty much even Ubers. Slight ad for Foxy, but shouldn't be too big of a deal. You know, interestingly, rolling out Sniper. This is a weird time, too.
Yeah, it is. I
guess
wonder
like, if you get that one pick and then switch off, like kill the medic or something. But once they know you're on Sniper, then...
He missed.
Yeah, body shots the demo. See if he's staying on Sniper. And
the medic peeked
Foxy,
him again.
was not respecting that sightline. Quacks is getting behind, though. Should be an easy kill here for Quacks.
Oh, Vio,
no, maybe not. And now Quacks uncomfortably weak behind without a pack available. Actually, there is one up there. We'll just get out of there.
Oh, he's peeking? The sniper? Oh, dude, he should have stuck that peek. I think he would have seen the medic.
Golden gets that kill. They are really respecting this sniper. It's a little surprising because that is the pocket scout that is no longer able... Oh, man. Uber actually... How was that such a sizable ad? That was only like...
You don't have a pocket scout to build?
I guess, but you're not like building on Bagel.
I mean, I think...
Oh, decent shot there.
I think it was Anglerfish just playing back and like healing the sniper, basically.
I guess so.
The other side's like taking damage.
They have ad now. Oh, what a shot. I don't know if that was a pipe or a rocket. It must have been a rocket by Golden because I don't see an assist. Yeah, they handle the four-man very well. Theo's still on Sniper. This is quite curious. So, like, the logic of playing against the Sniper is, A, they no longer have two scouts, meaning they either have a scout on the point or they have a scout in a house, meaning whichever one they don't have a scout on, you just play there and aggress there. And there shouldn't be much they can do about it. And also, any soldier that gets behind should be able to just freely kill that sniper. Yet again, the forward hole just being busted so easily by Black Swan. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, part of it was the sniper, but they just gave it up, traded it out. Ubers, though, have been traded for both sides, but the point time's probably going to go the way of Black Swan. But actually, it's Great Mage running across, trying to trade out with XL, but he just goes down. With that death, it's going to be hard for Anglerfish to continue anything. It looks like they want to stay out top left so they don't get forward held on. So this is where a fight might happen. It looks like everyone's running it down at Tristan, who does so much damage but takes a lot himself. And yeah, this attempt to prevent the forward hold has caused a cascade of unfortunate events. And with that, I don't know if Anglerfish is going to be able to do much more than explode in whatever doorway they choose before they get on the point.
At the very least, it's even Ubers. 50 seconds left means maybe you can mess up off forward hold, and then it's like really scary. You have to scramble to the point, but you don't just insta-lose. Ideally, they break through the forward hold and get to take a normal fight.
They're getting exploded on.
Kind of doing. They're having a much easier time getting through Valley, but the damage is still so much. Okay, now the other door gets pushed, and they get 2 kills for it. A little bit late. Things could have been sketchy on the combo side, but very good value there. Exchange gets popped. Health is not great on a lot of Anglerfish players, but no one's getting dropped in this exchange, which is exactly what you want, because they are down 2 in this post, meaning you can aggress pretty hard, and just like that, they actually get 2 soldier kills. Those are going to be pretty relevant soldier kills. You might be able to establish a better forward hold as a result. 15 seconds left. If this forward hold is good, it doesn't even need to get much kills or anything like that. You literally just need to stall bodies from getting to the point and you'll win. 5 seconds left. Man, the top right is just not being held whatsoever.
Yeah, Soldier's bombing it though and does a lot of damage, and yeah,
they
got that.
win anyway, but that is... Oh, man. The top right player was a scout spotting the door from, like, near house, which is insane to me. I don't know if that was a mistake or that's what they're trying to do, but a team going fast top right, it will just not be dealt with ever, I feel like.
Yeah, I also don't know what that Black Swan forward hold was earlier. I'm surprised they didn't just wipe Anglerfish there, but either way, we are on a new mid. Everyone's on their normal classes. Quack still pushing out top left, gets spotted, so nothing going to be seen there. Mid, again, feel like this is the exact same start, but somehow it always goes differently near the mid. Here we see a lot of damage going off as this point opens. This time Exile's coming out quite a bit ahead, and I think Ether's doing a really good job locking out mid here, although everyone has to back up and reload, of course. With this, we see Soldier...
Quax is in. Let's trade out with Mage. Meanwhile, Exile getting very aggro on the point. That damage does convert into a kill. Darty cleaning up the VO pick. On the backlines, Golden did trade out with a Soldier. I'm not sure which, but down so many picks, Anglerfish kind of forced to leave. That fight was going very even overall for a very long time, and then suddenly just Black Swan slammed on the gas pedal, and oh my god, the drop from Pipes, no less, as well.
Not even
Ether
blocking
backed
mode.
up on point. That's absolutely what you hate to see if you're Anglerfish. Losing the mid and then immediately... Oh, nice pipe there from Mig, but what you wanted there was the force, and no one got it. So, yeah, really, really tough situation now for Anglerfish. It's early in the round still, but minute deficit, full disad. Not getting forward held at least. That's the silver lining.
Yeah, and with that, we do see some pressure. I kind of expect maybe a 4-man eventually, maybe just point pressure to get the force off. Anglerfish playing so passive because they know about this Uber. Mig trying to do everything he can to defend this scout capping the point, and he's actually doing a phenomenal job as that cap has almost gone down. It might force Black Swan to want to use their Uber, and that's exactly what's happening here. Jumping forward is everyone trying to escape. No air shot today on that escaping soldier, just the roamer going down. And the forward held is just not here. This Uber has maybe a chance to catch.
Quax actually gets the pick behind. I really like the pace there from Anglerfish, where the second that they left out concrete side, they immediately rotated to... Oh, Darty actually getting the force here. They immediately rotated lower right, just so that there's... You can kind of take that fight down one, as long as you're just, like, not feeding, right? You're just establishing some space, so the demo can't set up traps, you can't get forward held. That's fantastic pace. That being said, decent salvage. Actually, Foxy dying means you're not very happy if you're Black Swan. You at least got the force, but I'm pretty sure Foxy died after the fact. I could be wrong on that. And yeah, now Anglerfish with some ad and doing a bit of a forward hold. Now this time around, they only have one soldier watching left side. Nice trap pick there from Mig. To make things a lot easier to get extra kills in this door. Ether actually just staying in for some reason will go down. I suppose it doesn't really matter too much. Forward hold will continue. You have demo actually right side here. A little, I think more often teams will trap up left. Like actually trapping the door and then rotating off. VO spotting the trap. Maybe this was their plan earlier on. Having a teammate call out the det on a trap is always going to be inconsistent, just because there's ping differences, stuff like that. But that's what they're opting to go for. At least it makes sense what their vision is. Golden dying, however, getting the force nonetheless, so still comfy for Anglerfish. Down one with full ad.
Yeah, and it looks like Ripwise jumping into the right house, getting great rocket on that point. Just those little plays there force the other team back, and Soldier bombing through right house. 2 soldiers went through right house. That's crazy. Pays off, gets the force, and these players running forward, there's nothing for them to do besides, kill those soldiers. And if you're Anglerfish, I guess you're not too unhappy with that because they do have a forward hold here, and they did get some.
The fact that Foxy didn't already have Uber and couldn't already be like popping through or anything like that means that Anglerfish have enough time to set up this forward, which is really nice. But again, we just have this time around yet again no traps top right, and only the scout spotting it. So that must be their strategy for this forward hold. I guess they're just trusting that the. Man. I don't want to, actually, they're just caught to the Uber as well. I don't want to harp too much on that. It makes sense if it's a deep spot. So, because the idea is the scout is spotting and can call the soldier to rotate. So you get to overload the left side. So that's, the more typical side to get through becomes much harder with a demo and a dedicated soldier with like a fast rotation. But I just don't see how players can react fast enough to that call, right? You kind of need a guy already on the door, whatever. We're seeing that it's not really working because Black Swan are just shoving that door that should be very difficult to get through. They are just shoving it, and it's absolutely working out.
Yeah, with even Ubers, even time, can't get more even than this besides a mid, and with that, Tristan goes down first. Traded out, though, kind of. Quacks does go down on that side, but Trip Y2 goes down. Both soldiers going down in the left house for the side of
Wow, and
Black
Golden
Swan.
behind is a huge problem as well. Actually, it gets dealt with by Ether, but on the front lines, the combo's just walking forward. Ether is caught here.
Should
for
be
a long time, actually. Does go down, however. Honestly, if Ether died faster there, then Anglerfish might have been able to set up more aggression, maybe trap the door, stuff like that. However, that isn't how things transpired. And Ubers are even. Ether will be spawning, will at least be able to participate in this next fight. Looking like a post-exchange based on Exile walking forward. They do flash a soldier in. Definitely more flashes from Anglerfish, but Quack's dying. Trip behind in the post. Ooh, it looks like no one knows. On Anglerfish, that's a good damage on that bomb. Ether dying, however. It's really just a matter of which picks go which way. They are just going both ways. Tristan getting kills and value behind. Foxy very weak. Exile getting cleaned up. Oh my god, it's just Vio. But they have the point, and it's 14 seconds left for Black Swan. So I expect the point will flip here, but you at least have that 14-second deficit. Your spawners are on the way. Exile not getting denied. That's really important for Black Swan. And remember that really chaotic fight that almost decided the round? Yeah, we're going to have another one just now.
Yeah, Soldier bombing behind, but Golden kind of just threw his life away, in my opinion. We're going to see...
a little early. Yeah, Anglerfish kind of wiping here. Unfortunate, but still exciting stuff here. The double overtime on Bagel. Sometimes, like, having the point capped is a disadvantage because you get... Your spawners show up later, or their spawns are longer. And also, when you have the point... If there's a lot of cap time, it takes a long time for that to run out, versus if you don't have the point, you can cap it very quickly. So in like a double overtime situation, sometimes it's easier to flip the point than have all the cap time diminish.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And yeah, it's just so funny that Tripwire, actually, I think this is the first time he comes out ahead in the spam in that right house. So, improvement going on there. And hopefully, actually, Quacks has control.
Golden bombing in, actually landing on Trip, going behind now, and oh yeah, Vio trying to shove this off the damage. Trip did get the pack, so she's full HP. Golden actually made a play from behind, presumably on Ether. I'm not sure. Oh man, Foxy dying, 97% to the Vio flank. Anglerfish losing 3 for it, but you're more than happy to lose 3 to get full ad and the point, because now. Oh, actually, look at Quack's behind. 2 rockets, but not enough to kill Allie, so she's able to react and force. Now it's a little worse for Anglerfish because now you have no positioning and the point flipped in the other team's favor. But you're not getting forward held, so you at least get to take a fight on even footing. A little bit of ad for Foxy. Historically, she's been a little bit better at building in these positions than Allie has. We'll see if that comes into play. I'm curious how much... Ooh, actually, that left house shove gets Trip. Is Tristan dying? Probably. But Darty dies. A lot of chaos happening. Foxy dying yet again. Crazy value from Golden there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that ad for Anglerfish, they got point... they can't forward hold, but that Uber ad, that's going to feel really good for them. There's a chance here for them to take control of the round, depending on how they use this Uber. That has to be in their minds right now. I kind of expect Black Swan to be pretty passive about their medic's positioning, and that's exactly what they're doing all the way back in main on the stairs. No
Just
chance.
Get the point.
Yeah.
I mean, that is part of, only having one scout right now, because Vio is on sniper. A little bit harder to deny that cap time.
Oh, his soldiers in? They just
Oh,
get force.
wow, gets the force.
Yeah.
It did end up being a 4-man. Darty should go down here a little late on that death, I suppose. For some reason, wait, wasn't it Trip? Trip was the first soldier to bomb, and she had the longest bomb. Whatever. Weird.
I don't know why Vio picked sniper on ad, though. I mean, I feel like you were kind of asking for that to happen to you.
To be fair, earlier on, Black Swan really didn't know how to play against it, it seemed. Because they just got so passive all of a sudden that it at least seemed to provide enough value to bring it out again, even though and on principle, I don't think it really holds.
Well,
Yet again, look at this forward hold, if you can call it that. You have everyone in positions where they could be on doors, but just no one is holding concrete whatsoever. And that's the door that gives the other team high ground. Man, I don't want to keep harping on it, but really don't like it.
Oh, they do get Darty. With that ad, scout down, soldier behind on the sniper, but it's a 2v1 with Quacks. It's Quacks gonna hit the air shot, hits the...
Actually does, wow. And Vio on the chase. No pack for Quacks. Will just get uncharged body shot there. Meanwhile, on the point, Ali getting forced here, presumably to Trip, only other player who died in that position. So yeah, looking at pretty hefty disad for Anglerfish. So Black Swan looking to get through what isn't really a forward hold. Mig has some traps set up, but they're positioned pretty passively. I'd call this more forward spam as Uber just immediately gets popped through main. Ali trying to kite this, actually getting almost caught out by the stickies, but able to slip away. Golden, however, dying means that Anglerfish are down one in the post. Ali only 60%, so no Uber in sight at the moment. So they do lose another player in Tristan. Was ultimately a trade with Exile. Even numbers, I suppose. So they at least get to fight for the point with some ad, but you're very scared of the 4-man right now. You'd very much like to have this Uber for a little bit, but yet again, what's the point of having ad if you can't convert the point?
Yeah, looks like the sniper again, left house. But right house, I think Golden just got baited in there. No one chased him. I'm so surprised by that. I think that could have been a free kill. Missed opportunity, but Quacks does go down to Mig. Not sure exactly. Oh, was that the Uber?
Behind. That was the Uber, yeah. They got forced in a position, I think this has already happened multiple times to them, where the other team just kind of fights the point and build their Uber, and it evens out, or you get forced anyway trying to cap. If I'm Anglerfish, if that happens again at all, I'm just using, because it's better to be popping aggressively than getting forced and only being able to clean up the soldiers. And Uber just immediately gets popped very aggressively from Black Swan. And Anglerfish don't even leave. They stay in the door saying, you're not chasing this further. Your Uber is ending. And it did, and they get 3 for it. Exile very aggro on point as well, getting bombed by Golden. Might be a pick. Max is trying to shove behind. Oh man, the damage was just enough to clean up with a couple rockets. Oh my god, and the pickaxe kill on Mage. Crazy bomb there from Quacks to get the demo medic and combo scout. Vio's on sniper. So, yeah, tough situation.
Yeah, Tripwire goes down, though.
Okay.
I think Tristan's living behind. Or, no, he gets out. With that, I mean, it's player ads, Sniper's up. Is the Sniper going to do anything? I think they hit a body shot, and Golden behind gets onto Foxy.
Foxy dying.
Crazy.
Down 3 now, and look at the health. Exile and Darty both so weak. Quacks dying means that... Tristan actually gets both of them. Exile in, trying to kill Tristan. I was gonna say, there's no way Tristan doesn't get this kill as well, because in a moment like that, you just can't miss. The universe doesn't allow it. And just like that, that's everyone for Black Swan that could feasibly stop the point or cap the point. Dead, and just like that, we're looking at a 3-3 game, guaranteed match point now.
Yeah, it is match point. That's crazy. how we started. That sniper play, the first time we saw it come out this round, last round it went so bad, but Vio sticking to it, and I guess it paid off.
Yep, and man, Anglerfish very close to the finish line right now. Just need one more round, but they have been trading them back and forth, so nothing is really, can't take anything for granted. This Quack's cycling through house right now, trying to get behind, just fade bombs for some space. Vio actually hiding in right house, waiting for Quacks to do exactly that, but a little bit slow to get on him, so now Quacks is able to get behind pretty much scot-free. In the meantime, however, Vio and Golden both shutting the house. Quacks getting right back to his team. But that being said, Anglerfish capped the point in that interval. Oh man, a lot of damage here from Ether. Really, oh, and the Uber just immediately gets popped. Kills Vio. Those get traded out with Quacks, but I expect Anglerfish are going to probably have to back up in this post-Uber. Oh, they don't. And they are wiping as a result.
Yeah, I mean, at least the ad's not going to be crazy, but Quacks? Ooh, I bet I know what he's doing. He's probably checking the off classes. He was on Spy? Yeah,
yep.
He probably saw the Vio
Sniper.
Sniper.
About the Vio Sniper and confirms that there is Vio Sniper. And if I'm Quacks, I'm going Spy. And I'm backstabbing Vio and I am Spy crabbing. But that's just me.
Yeah, I respect it. I respect it. I was considering he might see that and be like, fuck this, I'm just staying Spy. But we actually see aggression is the choice that Black Swan's doing, but I don't know if it's working out. Tripwire goes down. Vio's actually found every frag for the side of Anglerfish so far. That's pretty impressive. So this Uber ad is kind of turning into a prison here. They go forward and now they're... Oh no.
My god, Foxy drops. And now it's just full salvage mode. Like if you're on Black Swan, you might just be feeding. Ether actually is getting out, which is probably wise. Unless you're like really confident that the 60 HP demo bomb can solo kill the medic. In some cases it can, but now we're looking at the forward hold. And ooh, look at this sightline from Vio. Was actually in left house, scoped all the way over to concrete. Not bad, in my opinion. But again, you're just kind of banking on giving up top right, as we do see body shot onto Quacks does deny the bomb. That would have been a pretty decent bomb. Trip does get behind, however. I think Anglerfish know about it.
Yeah, they do.
Deal with it quite well, actually. Here comes the Ether bomb, and Ali just preemptively popping, expecting that pipe to hit. So 4 men, pretty much successful as far as Black Swan is concerned.
Yeah, so when Vio's been alive, we've seen Black Swan. Oh my god, he's in spawn. Vio just, wow, they just wanted to go for it. I was going to say, I don't know about that because Black Swan's been really passive with these Ubers when Vio's been alive, but now that Vio's dead, I expect them to just walk it slowly. And
Ali's pretty forward as well. Yeah. Anglerfish have had some kiting issues with the disad Ubers.
Yeah, I think if Vio's alive, they insta-pop there.
Yeah, Golden in the skybox, Tristan bombing as well. And just like that, Foxy drops. That is actually what you needed if you're Anglerfish. And time is still looking pretty even. So now, gonna be full ad for Ali. Vio is on scout this time around. Soldiers are spawning. And down a medic and down a scout, you don't really expect there to be a good forward hold for Black Swan. You're expecting maybe a soldier on the door that you can trade damage with and force them off. You're expecting maybe some traps that you have to defuse, but other than that, pretty easy. And they do get through very cleanly, as Black Swan actually just played to get crit heals, which I think is actually quite smart here. And they immediately bomb in Quacks, who immediately gets the force, basically solo. They get 2 kills, make that 3 kills for the Uber, so that's at least consolation, but I don't know if that's enough consolation, considering Black Swan had the point that whole time, so what was even time turned into about a 30-second advantage, including a 40% Uber advantage.
Yeah, Vio sniper again, we're just gonna have to see what happens. Actually, Golden almost dying in main, getting away with it. Is he gonna beat that door again? No way he does, but oh my god, he's going for main even though he was spotted. The Uber just popped in his face, you know, I mean, it did something.
Man, and Ali dying as well.
How? The Uber got stuffed? How did Ali
goes down. Oh, this is not good at all. Okay, I mean, at least it's only 15 ad, I suppose. At least you can likely get this Uber by the time you hit overtime. But we're in the forward hold, and we know how hard of oh, Tristan's really early there and dies. We know how difficult it's been for Anglerfish to get through the forward hold, and Golden dying as well. That's, yeah, this is not looking good.
Yeah.
So 15 seconds left. You basically need to get to the point. Oh, and they haven't been building either, so it is no longer 15%. It's closer to like 20, 30. Tristan dying again. Uber gets popped. They are killing everyone. Yeah. Oh, man. What an unfortunate way to end it off on. It's only VO. I don't expect a miracle here. It does get dealt with. Now, here we do see kind of how that overtime cap time tends to take longer than just capping the point outright. But, yeah, it kind of ended how it started with just brutal forward holds that Anglerfish can't figure out.
Yeah, that is kind of just what happened there. I'm so surprised that Ali went down on that last Uber. I feel like that's what kind of sealed the nail in the coffin, as it were. I thought when I saw Tristan just like face tanking the Uber in main that, oh, they'd go down one, but maybe they could break a forward hold, maybe they could take it back from there. But Ali going down on that Uber is crazy to me.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough situation with but it was still only like 15%. If they actually built, then I think it's much more playable. And also just like the soldiers being way faster than everyone else on the team, meaning that, Tristan's getting through, trying to make space, just dying to one scout that can't get shot at by anyone else because they're not even near the door yet. So there are definitely some pacing issues there as far as breaking the forward was concerned. But really, really valiant effort from Anglerfish. Definitely not disappointed because, again, as I was saying earlier, I didn't have high hopes for this matchup, and Anglerfish really put up a good fight.
Yeah, they did. I mean, it doesn't get closer than that. They lost at least one double overtime game, so, different day, and that could have gone the other way.
Yep. I'm looking here at the log, which I can share really quickly. So I wanted to see the VO stat line to see, or VO sniper stat line to see how that was going. And actually, like, decent KD with 8 and 3, at least providing some value, it seems. Was getting some cleanup kills here and there, which, in fairness, a scout would be doing as well. But we did see Black Swan actually had some difficulty dealing with it, all things considered. So far as Quack's even willing to switch to spy check for that sniper, shows that, yeah, it was actually posing a bit of a problem for them. What else sticks out to me here?
The soldier kills. There's a gulf, as it were, between them. I mean, Tripwire has almost double the kills as the other team's roamer.
Golden actually top death in the server, which I probably would have expected based on he was just going for a lot of plays a lot of the time. And some worked out really well. There were a lot of really important forces that were kind of round defining, but also a lot of, okay, we just got a kill. We don't have the point. Very straightforward, like, likely chance to flip the point, but no, like, Golden is dead, and it wasn't always Golden, to be fair. It was just a random player dying somewhere, doing something they probably shouldn't in that situation, and suddenly your advantage, small though it may be, is kind of squandered.
Yeah, Tripwire actually had his frags, 12 scout kills is pretty crazy on Bagel for roamer, 7 demos as well. I feel like it was different situations. It wasn't just the same thing every time, but her bombs were, I felt, so much more consistent in getting the important frags when they needed to.
I'm not sure what else. Notably, actually, Mega's having a good game here, 30 and 18. It's really easy to just not get kills on Bagel, because you can get so much damage, but sometimes it's hard to actually convert those into the actual kills. You don't have like trap picks as often. So you aren't really trapping stuff if you aren't forwarding or something like that. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else for us to talk about here. Exciting game. Any shoutouts from you, DeltaMarket?
Shout out to the Silent Observer, siyo. And yeah, that's my shout out for this time.
Yeah, same from me. Always got to shout out the production. And shout out to you for a nice little cast here, a retroactive cast. I don't know if we're going to do more of these, but I like the idea, and I very much liked watching this game. But I think that's all from us for tonight. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time.